What's up, everybody? Scarlett here again, and what I wanted to do is just answer a couple of questions that some students have actually had for me. Try to answer a couple of those questions to help you decide which course to go with, and yeah, just basically get everything out the way. First things first, what makes Forex Sniper School different from any other Forex education that you might see out there? What I personally feel is that Forex Sniper School, honestly, we have a mentorship program. So it's not just for 3 or 5 days. And then after the 3 or 5 day course, you only get a Q&A webinar every once in a while if you have a question or you message a mentor and hope that they answer. No. Once you sign up for an actual mentorship course with us, all you have to do, you take your 3 or 5 day course, you actually get access to the phase 1 portal. You get access to that before the mentorship actually starts. So you're supposed to purchase the mentorship program at least a month before so that you can study phase 1 before you actually see me either online or in person. All right. Also, another thing is after you take the 5 day course or the 3 day course, you take a test. If you don't pass the test, you then have 3 or 4 months with me where we're working together continuously to get your trading to a trading level up to where it needs to be. So that means that you'll submit homework every Friday. Once you start taking trades, we're trying to get you on an expedited process where you're taking trades within your first 30 days. After you start taking trades, you can start submitting your trades to me and I can actually grade them so that we can help you improve so that you can start making money within about a 3 to 4 month range, especially if you're a beginner. All right. So you're technically getting about 3, 4, 5 months worth of mentorship with the mentorship program. So I want you to understand that this is not just a 3 or 5 day course. You are actually working with me consistently on a week-to-week basis to make sure that your trades are getting graded, make sure you're taking trades at the right time, make sure that your psychology is where it needs to be. Plus you have the Telegram, plus you have the Facebook group, and motivation all the way around. So that's what I feel makes Forex Sniper School different from any other program that's out there that gives you a 3 or 5 day course and then leaves you out on your own. What are the classes offered? All right, so the classes offered that we currently have is we have the independent learning course, which is just our phase 1 online portal, gets you started. We have had students that have taken the online course and they've made money with just the online portal alone. Once they make money with the online course, they learn at their own pace, they take their time. Then they go ahead and they upgrade to the mentorship program when they are in fact ready and they want to get those super duper sniper scope entries. Okay, and that's phase 2. And phase 3. So those are the different options. We also have one-on-one entry-exit portal, entry-exit course, which is actually for students that have had trading, education before. They've taken trades live, but they're not really consistent. They make some money, but then they blow it, or they've never made any money at all, and they're trying to figure out how to fine-tune it. Now, fair warning. If you're noticing that everything is completely off, if your foundation is off in trading, everything else is going to be off. So only take the entry exit course if you have previous actual mentorship experience before and you still aren't seeing the success that you want. That's the only time that you should sign up for the entry exit course, because you're only going to get access to phase 3. You're only going to have 6 hours with me, one-on-one time. And then after that, that's it. There is no mentorship program with the entry exit portal. Okay. And last but not least, we have the mentorship program, which can be either in person or online. We give different options based on your availability and your location, because we do have students that are global now. So if you do in fact find that you're interested in a mentorship program, go ahead, sign up for that. You'll have access to all 3 phases, all the telegrams, full mentorship, full student progress board access, everything. You'll have access to the entire website with the mentorship program. So it's basically like, I guess you can say, a bulk rate. So if you decide to go ahead and just get the mentorship program, you'll get phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, the mentorship. You get to do everything all at one swoop, knock it out. So that's the incentive for those that want to go ahead and do the mentorship program. And then we have one-on-one mentorship programs. So if you, those are for the higher end clientele. If you don't want to share your time with 8 other individuals. Oh, and that's another thing I wanted to mention. For the mentorship program, we only allow 8 people per class, regardless if it's in person or online. The reason being is because I want to be able to focus on you, especially for the first 30 days, to make sure that you get to the level that you need to get to so that you can take your first trade. So we don't want to overload our classes, because I really need to be able to focus on each one of my individual students to figure out what your problems are so that you can start seeing success. But if you are somebody that's like, I don't even want to spend time with 8 people, I want to have a tutor of my own with my own time, that's when you can go ahead and sign up for one of our higher end one-on-one 3 or 5 day courses, be it in person or online, where I'll fly out to you, etc. We also have group rates. So if you have a group of you and 15 of your friends, or if you have you and 10 of your peers or 6 of your peers that are either stateside in the US or globally that are interested and they want to have me come out there and teach you and your friends, we do have that as an option as well. And all of that is available in the drop down menu for in-person courses, online courses, independent learning. Like, there's so many different options that work for you and your budget and what you're looking for. Do we have a signal service? Absolutely not. All right. One thing that people need to understand: when you provide signals, you're supposed to have a license. When you start giving signals out, that's technically financial advice. Education is fine, but any type of financial advice, anything over 12 people. If you see any of these people online giving out signals for a group bigger than 12, understand that they're doing a lot of illegal activity. And if someone wanted to investigate them, they could, and they could, they can get in a lot of trouble for that. So no, Forex Sniper School, we are an educational platform, but we are getting our licenses currently so that we can start showing people, so that we can officially give true financial advice to show you where to invest, what stocks to get involved to, and how to protect your money. And that'll be coming soon, maybe in the next year or so. What is the difference between online or in person? Honestly, the only thing that's different is location. So if you're somebody that prefers to have somebody more hands-on looking at your computer with you, that's really the only difference. If you're usually with my in-person students, they usually get a little bit more mentorship time because I've met you. It's a little bit more personable. Obviously online, you're still going to get the 2 or 3 month mentorship program, but some people just learn better. So you have to ask yourself, what type of person am I? Do I learn well with online courses? Can I sit at a computer? Because our classes, our mentorship courses for the boot camps, like the 3-day or 5-day courses, they're about 6 to 8 hours long. Okay. So for 5 days. All right. So you have to understand that you're basically putting in work for 5 days straight for about 8 hours. If you can't sit at a computer for that long, then you might want to come to the in-person course, because at least you'll get that human interaction and it'll keep you awake while you're going through the course. Those are the only core differences. Recommended purchase time. So like I stated, if you decide that you just want the independent learning course, which is our first ground level course, phase 1, you can purchase that at any time. You can learn at your own pace. You can watch videos all the time. It's all pre-recorded material. And like I said, we have students that are profitable for that. However, if you are interested in a mentorship program, I don't care if you're planning on purchasing for an in-person class or for online. I don't care. I always recommend that students pay for their class at least 3 to 4 weeks in advance before the upcoming course. And we always update our Instagram at Forex Sniper School. We always update that as often as possible with all the upcoming dates for any online courses. We update the site as frequently as possible. And we also update for any in-person courses and the locations that they will be in as far as the city. So, and then we update and tell you exactly the exact address at least 2 to 3 weeks before class starts. But we want you to sign up for the mentorship program at least a month in advance, because once you pay for the mentorship, you get access to phase 1 immediately. So you can start studying that. I don't want you to come to the mentorship program on the first day with me and I have to go over phase 1 material. That should already be out of the way. So we want you to get phase 1 out of the way before the mentorship starts, and then go ahead and start with phase 2. Okay. Payment plan options. Now we do offer deposits. So how do deposits work? So deposits are non-refundable. So you pay half now for whatever class that you're interested in, and you have to pay the remaining balance at least 3 weeks before the class starts. Regardless if it's in person, online, or if I'm flying to you and your peers, you have to pay that. Okay. So you'll pay the deposit. The deposit will automatically unlock the online portal. Which is phase 1, which is why you don't get a refund, because you're actually paying for the first portion of your education in advance. Okay. Once you are in fact ready to go and pay the remainder, you need to pay that at least 3 weeks before, because like I said, we announce the locations if it's an in-person course, etc. You need to pay that before 3 weeks before your mentorship program actually starts. And if you don't pay that, then you won't be added to the mentorship program. You'll have to wait for the next one. All right. So those are how and we do have deposit options available on the website as well. All you have to do is scroll down or go to the drop down menu. Are there any additional fees? Now, we do have an extended mentorship program, which is $250 a month. Okay. And that's for students that don't graduate the program within the 3 or 4 month time frame, which is very rare, honestly. As long as you follow the program, you do exactly what you're told, you're taking your test and you're following directions the way that you're supposed to, you're good to go. But we do have some students that, sometimes things happen. You have a death in the family and you weren't able to graduate within the 3 or 4 months. I'm not really sure why that would be the case, but for some reason you're not able to, then you would pay $250 a month for the extended mentorship program to continue to submit homework, to continue to get your trades graded, to get access to weekly trade breakdowns. And we're actually setting up that portal as well. And just have direct access to me and the Telegram. Once you actually graduate, though, you're grandfathered in and your monthly payments stop. So the minute that you graduate the program, you're done. No more additional fees. You're solid. Knock it out. So basically the $250 fee is basically is something to put a fire under your ass. Excuse my French, but just to say, hey, get in gear, get started, start studying, don't take a break, get into it, graduate by your graduate date so you can start making money. I don't want to charge you any money. Just being honest. I want to pay for the class, teach you, see you making a whole bunch of money, and then you can frolic on your own. That's the objective of Forex Sniper School. How fast will I start earning? Okay, so that kind of piggybacks off of what I just stated as far as like any additional fees. Everybody has their own psychological issues that kind of get in the way of trading. The technical part is actually not that difficult, but we do go over way more detail than any other program out there. And we have a whole bunch of students that could that can testify to that. You could just go to our student testimonials at the top of the website or in the middle of the website, and they'll tell you how detailed our course is in comparison to anything else they've ever seen out there. All right. So the average student success rate is about if they're brand new and never taken any Forex courses, it's usually about 5 to 6 months. They'll start seeing profit. They'll start getting consistency. Okay. If you struggle with psychology or if you struggle with direction, like you don't take direction very well, then it could easily be 8 months. Okay. So we want to give you realistic expectations. So don't take this course thinking that, oh, I'm just going to quit my job tomorrow. No. But if you are somebody that's very diligent, you're usually my college students that are still in the process of learning. They do very well because they're already they know the consistency, and they understand the importance of getting homework in every Friday, getting their tests scheduled, making sure that they submit their trades so that they can get graded, so that they can improve, and journaling and things of that nature. Usually I have some students that are making money right out the gate, right after the class. I have some students that start making money after a month or two. My top student, it took him 2 months and now he's having 100K days. And then I have some students that it took them 8 months. So it really just depends on your personality. So I really hate when I see videos of people on YouTube saying, oh, I'll make, all of my students make, $1,000 right after my course. That's unrealistic and it's not honest, and I don't appreciate it. So just being honest, it really just depends on you, but the average is about 5 to 6 months. I'll say 5 to 6. Success stories. We're actually uploading more success stories. We have some success stories on our email blast. We have students of all levels. Okay. All levels. We have students making $300 or $400 a day. We have some students making $5,000 a day. We have students, our top students making 100K. We have students that have made 16K. We have students like 5K days are, come on, like you do one 5K day a week, that's $20,000 for the month. And you do that consistently. You only got to trade 4 days out the month. Honestly, and these students are starting with small capital. Like a lot of people, they pay for class, they pay for their charting software, and then they have a little bit of capital left for their notebooks and to deposit, and they just compound the way that they were taught and build their account up. So Like I said, we have students at all trading levels. We have students that are, you know, still learning and going through the process. We have students that are killing it. We have students that they're all right and they're perfectly okay with trading full time, making 5,000 or making 1,000 a week, and that's enough to pay all their bills and they're fine. So, you know, we have students at all trading levels. You dictate your success. I'm Scarlett, signing out, owner of Forex Sniper School. I hope to hear from you soon. See you on the next class. Peace.